strength is often misunderstood. People think strength is in muscles, in loud voices, in dominance over others. They believe strength is about how much weight one can lift, how much pain one can endure, or how much control one has over situations. But true strength does not reside in the body, it resides in the mind. A man who can carry 100 pounds but crumbles under stress is weak. A man who can fight 100 men but cannot control his own anger is weak. A man who has wealth and power but is ruled by his fears is weak. In Zen and Buddhist teachings, true strength is found in the ability to control the self. The man who is unshaken by emotions, who remains at peace in chaos, who neither seeks validation nor fears rejection. He is the strongest of all. The Buddha once said, greater in battle than the man who would conquer 1,000 men is he who would conquer just one himself. This is the path to true strength, not through fighting the world, but through mastering oneself. Now, let us enter the story of a man who sought strength and the 7 habits that transformed him. Seeker and the master, a man weary of his own weaknesses, sought the wisdom of a Zen master. He had spent years trying to become stronger, but he still felt powerless. Master, I have trained my body, I have worked hard. I have gained wealth, yet I feel weak. I want to be strong, he said. The master simply smiled. He handed the man a cup of tea and said, drink. The man drank. The master poured more tea. The cup was full, but the master kept pouring. The tea overflowed. Master, stop. The cup is already full. The man exclaimed. The master stopped and said, so is your mind. If you seek strength, first empty yourself of what you think strength is. And thus began a man's journey of transformation. The master taught him 7 habits that would forge true strength. 1, mastering the mind before mastering the world. The first lesson was simple. If you cannot master your mind, you cannot master anything. Sit, the master instructed. The man Saturday, now do nothing. The man sat in silence for a few moments, but soon he became restless. His mind wandered, thoughts rushed in about his past, his failures, his future. I cannot do it. My mind keeps running, he admitted. The master nodded. This is why you are weak. A man who is controlled by his thoughts will always be a prisoner. Strength begins when you can command your mind to be still for days. The man practiced. He sat in stillness, learning to observe his thoughts without reacting to them. Slowly, his mind became quieter, clearer. The noise of fear and doubt began to fade. A man who is constantly disturbed by his own mind is weak. The first habit of strength is learning to still the mind. Without this, no other strength matters. 2. Embracing discomfort without complaining. One evening, the master gave the man a heavy bucket of water and told him to carry it up a steep hill. Halfway up, the man stopped. His arms ached, his legs trembled. It is too heavy, he complained. The master simply said, then remain weak. The man, shamed by his own complaint, picked up the bucket again. He struggled, but he reached the top. The master then poured out the water and said, "Now go down and bring another." The man was furious. "Why did I carry it if you were just going to pour it out?" The master smiled. Strength is not in the water. Strength is in the struggle. The moment you stop complaining, you will begin to grow. The strongest men do not complain about hardships, they embrace them. Those who whine about discomfort remain weak forever. Strength is built by enduring difficulties without seeking pity. 3. Controlling reactions instead of blaming others. One day, the master insulted the man. He called him foolish, weak, and incapable. The man became angry. His face turned red. His fists clenched. "Why are you angry?" the master asked. "Because you insulted me," the man replied. The master laughed. "So, if I call you a bird, do you grow wings? If I call you a tree, do you grow leaves? Then why are you disturbed by words?" The man was silent. A strong man does not allow others to control his emotions. He does not react in anger or blame others for how he feels. He is the master of his own responses. 4. Speaking only when necessary. The man once loved to argue. He believed he had to prove himself right in every situation. The master gave him a task. For 1 week, speak only when necessary. At first, the man struggled. He wanted to correct people, to share his opinions. But as he remained silent, he began to notice something. Most words were spoken not out of wisdom, but out of ego. By the end of the week, the man realized that silence was more powerful than words. A strong man does not waste his breath proving himself to fools, the master said. The weak seek validation through words. The strong know that true power lies in silence. 5. Facing fear instead of avoiding it. The master led the man to a dark cave. "Go inside," he instructed. The man hesitated. "What is inside?" "Only what you bring with you," the master replied. Terrified, the man entered. The darkness consumed him. His heart pounded. But after a while, he realized nothing was there. The fear was only in his mind. Fear is an illusion, the master said. A strong man does not run from it. He faces it and it disappears. Strength is not the absence of fear, but the courage to walk through it. 6. Needing nothing, controlling desire. The man once believed strength came from wealth, power, and recognition. But the master showed him a beggar who was happier than kings. "Why is he happy with nothing?" the man asked. "Because he needs nothing," the master answered. The strongest man is the one who is free from desire. He cannot be controlled. A man ruled by desires will always be a slave. A strong man is content within himself. 7. Living without attachment. One day, the master told the man, "Leave everything behind and walk away." The man hesitated. "But my home, my work, my possessions, do they own you or do you own them?" The man understood. He walked away free. True strength is in letting go. The strongest man does not cling to things, people, or outcomes. He is free. The true meaning of strength, the journey of the man seeking strength, is one that mirrors the path of all who desire to transcend their limitations. It is a lesson that strength is not found in force. wealth or domination, but in mastery over the self. Let us reflect on each habit and its deeper significance. 1. Mastering the mind before mastering the world. The greatest battle is always internal. A man who is not in control of his mind is like a boat without a rudder, tossed around by the winds of fear, doubt, and emotions. In Zen, meditation is the key to this mastery. The ability to sit in silence, to observe thoughts without being ruled by them, transforms a man from a prisoner of his mind into its master. Only when a man can rule his own mind can he influence the world around him with wisdom and calmness. 2. Embracing discomfort without complaining. Complaints are the language of weakness. When a man complains, he is resisting reality. He is saying, I do not want this difficulty, but reality does not care for his preferences. Strength is the ability to accept difficulty without resistance, to endure without seeking pity, and to grow stronger with each hardship. The strongest men in history were not those who avoided pain, but those who walked through it without losing themselves. 3. Controlling reactions instead of blaming others. A weak man blames others for his suffering. A strong man takes full responsibility. He understands that external events do not dictate his emotions, only his reaction to them does. A person insults you. Do you lose control? Then you are their slave. A situation does not go your way. Do you become bitter? Then you are at the mercy of circumstances. True strength is unshakable. It is a still lake that does not ripple at every passing wind. 4. Speaking only when necessary. In Buddhist teachings, right speech is one of the noble paths. A wise man speaks only when his words improve the silence. The weak seek validation through constant talking, defending and proving themselves. But the strongest men are those who understand the power of restraint. Silence is misunderstood. It is not weakness, it is control. A man who speaks less listens more, and a man who listens more understands deeply. 5. Facing fear instead of avoiding it. Fear is a shadow. It has no substance, only power given to it by the mind. The cave the man entered was empty, yet his imagination filled it with monsters. This is the same with all fears in life. The fear of failure, rejection, pain, these are mere thoughts. When faced directly, they dissolve. A man who walks toward his fears, instead of running from them, finds that strength was always within him. 6. Needing nothing, controlling desire. Desires rule the weak. They chase wealth, status, and validation, believing these will bring fulfillment. Yet the strongest men are those who need nothing to be content. The Buddha taught that attachment is the root of suffering. A man who is free from attachment is free from suffering. He can enjoy what he has without being enslaved by it. 7. Living without attachment. Many think strength comes from accumulating power, wealth, and relationships. But true strength is the ability to walk away from anything without losing inner peace. The world is impermanent. Everything changes. The man who clings suffers. The man who lets go remains free. This is the highest strength the strength of detachment. The strongest man is the freest man. The strongest man is not the one who conquers others, but the one who conquers himself. He is free from fear, free from anger, free from the need for approval. He does not chase. He does not beg. He does not depend. And because he is free, the world cannot control him. This is the essence of true strength. A man who follows these 7 habits will not just be strong, he will be unbreakable. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Just click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you would like to see next. See you in the next video.